Hi guys, in our previous class we have seen what are the topics covered in your 9th standard. Okay, there are 4 parts and we have seen some of the basics. Briefly within 2 minutes we will go through the things what we did in last class, and we will start with today's session, that is introduction to Apache OpenOffice Writer. Okay, now these are the topics which is covered in your syllabus. I told you in a previous class you have to write down the topics which are there as per part wise. Okay, then we have started digital documentation. I explained what is digital documentation, what is word processor. You just recall what are the things we have studied in our previous class. Okay, then what are the different types of a word processor there, how it has technology has evolved from a manually written to the our digital documentation. Okay, then if what is the application software which are presently we are using, like MS Office, LibreOffice or Apache OpenOffice. Then what are the applications we have studied, I think. Then what exactly the word processor is defined as. Okay, it is a computer application that can be used to create, format, store and print the documents. And most important, what we have seen, what are the features of the word processors in order to manage the files. Suppose if you want to create a file, if you want to delete a file, if you want to modify it. Okay, so if you want to copy, or if you want to move from one file to another file, or if you want to search something from in that particular file, this is called as a managing files. Okay, this is one of the feature. Next feature is the editing files like delete, move, cut, copy, paste. On this all comes under the editing features. And I explained this text and paragraph formatting, how we can change the style format, how we can change the what are the different styles as there, like Times New Roman is there. Okay, and text size we can change, paragraph style we can change the color. Okay, there's a lot of applications are there. Then headers and footers, I explained this one, headers and footers. If I want to write 100 pages, if I want to give something the like top of that, if I want to write any school name or whatever the topic if you want to write, and that has to be printed on all the pages. Okay, that's we are using application of headers and footers. If I want to give the page number, or you want to put a date. Okay, then image and other objects using a object linking and embedding application. If you want to draw any rectangle, circle, line, or if you want to insert certain objects, if you want to insert some pictures from your library that is stored in a system. Okay, for all this purpose we are using. Next important, that is organizing with the list, table and bullets. Okay, if I want to organize list, this one I explained. Okay, if I want to give, suppose 20 students are there, if you want to write their names, phone numbers, fathers, mother's name, address. Okay, directly if you type it, okay, it not looks so neat, right? We can use the help of a tables, or there is a lot of applications are there. We can use the bar graph, charts, pie charts. Okay, line graphs and all we can use in this. And bullets and numbering. Okay, if I want to name it like serial numbers or bullets, some of the symbols are there and alphabets are there, Roman numbers are there. Okay, depending upon our requirement we can change the shape. Okay, then spell check why you are using. Can anyone spell check why we are using? To check the grammatical error in the document. Okay, for that we are using the spell check. Shortcut is F7, right? Then mail merge, I explained there is a mail merge, it contains data source and main source. If I want to share something, a letter to the like 500 students. Okay, then whatever the matter I have written, it is fixed, right? For 500 students, this calls the main source. There are the 500 students, different names are there, parents name, their address, phone numbers are different, then that is comes under data source. This in detail you will study in a 10th standard. I told this one. Then what you see is what you get. Okay, so this is important, means just whatever the formats we have written, modified. Okay, we have written like in word art, whatever images we have placed, whatever the text we have typed in a different manner. Okay, colors and all things we can get it as a hard copy when you print, either using a color printer or black and white printer depending upon our requirement. Then applications, I told in a business, then education, home, there's a different applications where we can use this word processor. Okay, and I told this one regarding Open Office Writer. This is the Apache Open Office Writer. Previously it was owned by Star Division, then it has taken up by the Apache Foundation and renamed it as a Apache Open Office Writer. Okay, in today's class we'll start with introduction to Apache Open Office Writer. Okay, this is the part of as I told, Apache Foundation. Then this is it is a Apache Open Office Suite. As I told, it's a package, right? This is a Apache Open Office. It is a Open Office Suite. Okay, it contains writer, text, presentation, spreadsheet. Okay, so what it is a set of interrelated desktop applications. It is a set of interrelated desktop applications, servers and services, right? Because somewhere they created this software, okay, that we have downloaded. Okay, the server is somewhere placed, the main server is that application they have created, then we are downloading it and we are doing the things, right? That is the services. Then it is a interrelated desktop applications, servers and services, collectively referred to as Open Office Suite. Okay, clear? Now where we can install, see, every application software, this is one of the application software. It can be installed in different operating system. Okay, what are the different operating systems are there? We know Windows operating system is there, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows Vista, Windows 8, like that. Then Linux is also one of the operating system, right? Mac OS, it is one of the operating system. In all these operating systems, this Apache Open Office Suite can be installed. Okay, this can be installed in all these operating systems. Clear? Now how to open this Open Office Writer? Important next, Open Office, this is Apache Open Office Writer, right? How to open this one? How to open? There are different methods in order to open this particular Open Office Writer, depending upon our operating system, depending upon the operating system. In Linux there is a different method to open this one. In Windows there is a different method to open. Okay, sometimes you will get here there will be a start button will be there. Okay, icon like this. From that we have to click on that, go to applications, then go to Open Office, that's the Apache Open Office. There we will get this Office Writer, or depending upon the as I told operating system, there is a different methods is there. Suppose in this system what you are seeing, it is a Windows 8, this what installed in this system, it is Windows 8 operating system. So this operating system, in this how can we open this Apache Writer? Right click on the screen, go to new, here you will get Open Office Writer, right? So here see, in this there are two application software, MS Word is also installed and Open Office Writer is also installed. Okay, this wherever we will get now Open symbol where you will get this all the Apache Open Office suite. This is Microsoft, it is a MS Office. Okay, both are installed in this operating system. I have to open this open document text. Okay, this drawing regarding the, in order to draw, like it is a drawing sheet. If I want to draw different objects, then we will use the drawing. This presentation, for the slides preparation, we are using this presentation. Spreadsheet, it is nothing but a Excel. Okay, these all the Apache Open Office suite. Under this, these all 4 items are contained. Now we have to open document text. Okay, once if you open this one, you will get a icon like this, and it will ask for renaming. Okay, it is asking for renaming. You can give name whatever you want. You can give 9th standard DD, that is a digital documentation chapter. Okay, so click on it. Okay, it will renamed. Then if you double click, it will open, or you can right click, then you can give the open. This is how we can open the Open Office Writer. Understood? Here actually depending upon the operating system, there is a different methods to open. What we did in the Windows 8, okay, what I shown, it is a Windows 8. How we did? In on mouse button, mouse, right click, new, in that open document text, right. After that what we did? Renamed, and after that enter. Once if you press enter, it is renamed. Then how to open this? There is a two methods to open. Either we have to double click and a mouse button, that is the left button. Which one? Left button. Double click on the left button of the mouse, or right click plus right click, then go to open. Okay, this is the method how we can open the Apache Open Office Writer in Windows 8 I have shown. Okay, now once if you open, see I opened this one, right. This is called as a GUI, that is graphical user interface. Even when we open the desktop, na, whatever you see in this screen, this is called as the graphical user interface. Okay, now once if you open this particular Apache Writer, so now we will see what are the components it is having. Okay, now see, this is the Apache Writer. Wherever we have, when we have renamed it, na, like 9th standard, see here you will get that one, 9th standard DD. For this, because it is a open document text, right, this is the writer, there will be extension, this is called as a extension .odt. Suppose in case, imagine if you opened open document text, this is the documents, for this extension is ODT. In case if you are using MS Office, when you will open the MS document, there is also word processor. Okay, I am saying only regarding, I am talking regarding only documents. Okay, there the extension will be .doc. This we call it as a extension for file names. If I will mention at the end, we will get this one. Suppose if you use any PPT, that is a slide, so it will get .ppt. Here also we will get .ppt. Because this is what I am writing here, it is a PDF. This is a PDF annotator. Okay, this is the PDF. That's why I am getting here. See, I have given this also 9th standard DD. this is the extension, this is PDF is the .pdf is the extension. Okay, so we can understand that whether it is a PDF or whether it is a document file or whether it is a presentation file. By looking at this extension, we have to come to know what exactly is the document, whether it is a document or spreadsheet or PDF, what exactly it is. Clear now? Now, okay, I have opened OpenOffice Writer document, right? Then once if you open, it looks like this, right? Here see, okay, what are the components it is exist or it is having in this OpenOffice Writer, we will see now. See what are the things we have. First, at the topmost we have a title bar. What we have? We have a title bar. Okay, what title bar contains? What the title bar is contains or where it is located? So it is located on the top of the screen, right? On the top of the screen it is located. What it contains? It contains various commands that are required to create the presentation. Sorry, this is the title bar, that is the menu bar what I told. This is title bar, it is present on the top of the screen, and here it contains the file name, whatever the file name you have given, that file name it contains, and at the right corner we have a 3 buttons. At the right corner we have a 3 buttons. What are the 3 buttons we have? See here it is minimize, restore or maximize. Okay, when you click on this it will get resized and you will get a 1 symbol instead of 2. See here you will get a 2 symbols, that is it is sorry, now it is in full screen. If you want to reduce this one, you will get like this, right? So again if you want to maximize this, maximize in the full screen. Okay, sometimes when it is in a resize format, if you double click on this title bar, if you double click on this, it will become full screen. Clear now? Okay, this is about a title bar. Title bar, here what I told, here the whatever the file name we have given, here we will get that file name. Clear? You can see here also, right? This is the file name. This is PDF, that's why we are seeing here .pdf. In our OpenOffice Writer, what is the extension? .odt. Okay, this is the extension. Then next comes menu bar. Second, okay, below this title bar we have a menu bar. Okay, here they have mentioned, right? So what is the menu bar? Menu bar, where it is present, it is just below the title bar, and what it contains? It contains various commands that are required to create the presentation. Okay, if you want to create whatever the presentation or document, so that having different menus, okay, which are grouped in the form of drop down list for all the menus. Okay, there are different menus are there in a menu bar. Here you can see these are the different menus, and for each menu when you click on that you will get a different applications what we can do the different operation, right? If you go file, you will get a see new, open, recent documents, close, save as. This is the file which already, if I already saved, okay, it will ask for a save as in the sense I will tell one by one, okay, don't worry. Then there is a edit menu is there, okay, there is a different applications are there in edit, and view is there, insert, format, table, tools, windows, okay, and help. These all comes under menu bar. Okay, clear? Now next what it is having? Menu bar. After menu bar we have a standard toolbar. After menu bar what we have? We have standard toolbar, right? So what standard toolbar contains? Okay, it contains the commands for most common operations. See, every time if you want to cut, or if you want to move, or if you want to do undo operations, or if you want to save the file, or if you want to open, I need to go to, every time we have to go to menu bar. In that particular menu we have to go, suppose if I want to copy certain text we have written here, then we have to go to edit, then go to copy, then we have to do all those process, right. Instead of that, there is a bar which is called as a standard toolbar, where different menus which are commonly used or regularly used are placed in this standard toolbar. Clear? Clear now? Then is the formatting toolbar. Here below this standard toolbar you have a formatting toolbar. Okay, what it contains? Suppose formatting in the sense modifying, you can easily understand like this, it is a modifying command. So what it contains? Whatever, if you want to change the format of a text, okay, here the text style, it is looks, now what it is visible, it is Times New Roman. Okay, if you want to change this one, if you want to change the size of the font, if you want to make it as a bold, italic, underline, if you want to place it, this is the paragraph positions, either you can left aligned, center aligned, right aligned, okay, complete page type, and there is a different applications is there, okay, by which we can modify the text, that we call as a formatting. Okay, this toolbar we call as a formatting toolbar. Below the formatting toolbar there is a ruler. What it will show? It is showing whatever the area it is displaying here. This is the page. Even we can change the page size also. Okay, suppose if I opened and I have drawn a, say, box is there for this. Inside this we are writing, and this will show the text position. Okay, where to where the text can be written. Okay, where is the margin of this page? We can extend this margin also using these symbols which are placed here. There are the two types roller. One is the horizontal roller. Here you can observe it is a vertical roller. Clear now? Then this is the drawing document area. If you open drawing document, then it is a drawing area. Okay, in this document it is a document area where we can write, okay, or we can insert the object, or we can insert the tables, whatever the things we want to create, we are creating in this area, that we call as a document area. Okay, clear? It is very important. Each bar, either starting from title bar to status bar, you should know each and every corner of this screen. Okay, then there is a scroll bars are there. Here you can observe this is a scroll bar. In system you can see here, I am pointing here na pointer, see mouse here, this one is a scroll bar. Okay, below also it will be there. So what we will do, in order to move the page up and down, we are using this one. See, if I will press and hold, it will moving, right. So that is the scrolling. We are scrolling up and down, left and right, depending upon my requirement. I can move wherever I want, or we can just using a scroll button in our mouse, we can scroll it. Okay, clear? This is the use of the scroll bars. Okay, here there is a horizontal and vertical scrolling is there. Then below that there is a drawing toolbar where we can draw the objects, whichever the shapes we want. Like here it is a line is there, rectangle is there, circle is there. If I want to write a text, or if I want to do some modifications, okay, different shapes we can draw. These are the different shapes we can place over this document area. Okay, then below this document area there is a bar called status bar. What is this? This is a status bar. Okay, what it contains? It displaying the page number, okay, and whatever the text format we are using, it will display. Then it is a standard. Then here in this part, this is the view. These are the view buttons. Single page is there, multi-page is there, reading mode is there. There are different modes of viewing particular page. Okay. Then after that, there is the zoom in and zoom out option is there. There is a, by pressing this button you can move like this in order to reduce the zoom, and you can go like this in order to increase the percentage of zoom. Okay, clear? I hope you have understood what are the important bars or menus contained in this particular open document writer. Clear? Okay, this is the screen. When you open, it looks like this. Okay, this is the title bar. Then below the title bar, menu bar is there. Below the menu bar, standard toolbar is there. Below the standard toolbar, this is the formatting toolbar. This is the formatting toolbar. Times New Roman. In this, there is a different styles are there. Okay, in which format we can want to write the text, we can use that particular style. There is a font size is there. Below this standard toolbar, this formatting toolbar is placed. Below that there is a, what is this? Can anyone text? What is that? Rulers, right? Horizontal rulers and vertical rulers. Then here you can see this is the scroll bar. This is the vertical scroll bar, and here it is a horizontal scroll bar, because it is already to the full size. That's why we are seeing this one. See, this is up to the full extent. Clear? Now below this, this is a drawing toolbar. Using this we can draw the different objects. In our screen also, this is also status bar for this desktop. Okay, what is the desktop you are seeing here now? This for this entire whole system, this is also a status bar. For your application, for this document, OpenOffice document, this is the status bar. Okay, now I hope you understood all the whatever the things contained in this particular OpenOffice writer. Okay, now we will see one by one what are the things it contains in a particular bar. This is a title bar. What title bar is having? It is having a name of your document. Okay, once if you named it, it will show whatever the name you have given. Suppose if you are not given name, it will display as a new OpenOffice writer. Okay, you will get like this name. Clear? Then what are the menus contained in a menu bar? File. Suppose if I will written something, okay, simply I will write something over here. Suppose I have written, clear, then I will place it over. I'll just wait, we will take a like paragraph. We will understand one by one what are the menus. See, in this menu, first one is the file. By using a file menu, what are the things we can do? We can open a new file. If I want to open a new text document or spreadsheet, there is a PPT or presentation, drawing. If I open, say, new document, we will get untitled OpenOffice writer, because I have not named, I have not given any name to this document, right? I have not given any name to this particular document. That's why we are getting untitled. Okay, so suppose if you open in MS Office, there you will get it is a new document. Okay, that's it. Then here we was there. Then if I saved already something, I did some documents, I have saved somewhere. By using open document, we can use open that particular document wherever we have saved, either we have saved in desktop or downloads, or we have saved in a computer D drive or E drive, C drive, wherever we have placed. Okay, we can open it. Then what are there? Recent wizard means recently what are the applications we have done in that. Then wizards, okay, letter, fax, agenda, presentation. These all things will come to know while doing our different applications. Okay, if I want to close this one, I can close it. I am writing something here. Okay, I did certain modifications. If I want to save this file, I have to give the save button. Okay, so now what happened? Suppose unfortunately if power goes or your system has struck up. Okay, again if you did something, if you didn't save now, then if you close it and if you reopen, you will not get that document, right? So that's why after doing certain modifications, we have to go for a save. Suppose if you did something, suppose if you written something, directly if you go for a close button, say it will ask you have made certain changes into your particular file, whether you want to save it or you want to discard. Okay, if you save, it will save and it will close this file. If you discard also, it will close this file, and but it will not save whatever the last changes you have made to this particular document. If you cancel this one, okay, you will retain in that particular file only. Clear? Now suppose if you have written something like some letter you have written, you made certain changes. Okay, suppose there is a application contain name of the student, father name, right, mother name, then your phone numbers, then your address. Okay, this is the fixed, right? If you open every time, this page has to be open. You did something here, you have written your name, father name, mother name, phone number, address. After writing it, if you save now, whatever the original copy we have opened, that will be saved whatever the document you have written here. Instead of that, I want a new copy. Whatever I change, I have made the changes, I want a new copy. Then what I have to do? I have to go for a new, save as. Okay, if you give the save as, it will ask, it will show the whatever the previous file name you given. If I will write 9th standard digital documentation, what you have given, suppose student details, it will save that as a student details. See, it has changed now. Okay, the 9th standard DD file, first what we opened, now we have opened 9th standard student details. Both the files will be saved. Okay, then clear? Okay, where it is saved? It is saved in a desktop, right? It is saved in a desktop. See, this is the recent one what we did. This is the previous one, that is OpenOffice document. If you double click on that, we will get the file before modifications. Okay, clear now? Now then we have a edit option. In edit there is a, see, this cut and copy, it is not visible because we have not selected anything. If you select some text or documents, okay, these will be highlighted. Cut, copy, cut. If you cut, the entire text what you have selected, that will be cut, and if you want to paste, then wherever you want to paste, go to edit and paste. Okay, then undo is there. Undo in the sense whatever operations you did, okay, will go to the previous step. Okay, it will go to the previous steps. Then there is a redo, that is a restore. Means if I deleted something, I want some text. If I deleted, see, suppose this is E, I have deleted. Again if I want to E come back, I have to go for a redo, but here it is not giving the restore because this application, depending upon the application, it is showing that we can't restore. Okay, clear? Now actually I have deleted. See, now what I did, undo I did, right? After doing undo, now it is visible, right? Redo, what undo I made, this E was there, okay, it is gone now. If I will do redo, you observe that will come back. Clear now? Okay. Now there is a different menus are there in this edit. There is a different applications are there. We can go for a paste, we can go for a paste special. These all things we will come to know while doing a particular task. Okay. Then view, there is a print layout, web layout, ruler is there. Suppose this ruler it is not visible sometimes. Okay, see now it is the ruler is not visible, right? Okay, in order to get that ruler we have to go for a view and we have to click on the ruler, we will get a ruler. Then the different options like hidden paragraphs are there, field, text boundary is there, okay, source is there, navigator is there, full screen mode is there, zoom, if you want to zoom in and zoom out we can use this one. Then insert, if you want to insert certain things into the file you will get a different applications like date, time, page numbers, page count, subject, title, whatever you want to give the title for particular that page only, that we can use this one. Then section, hyperlink, header and footers, I explained this one. Here using a header and footer we can give the header file name, header file and footer we can use. If I will give, see, default it will show here, this is the header. If you want to write something here, I have only one page here, right? Now suppose I'll have 2 pages, 2 or 3 pages. If I have in header, whatever if I'll write, suppose LFS school, if I written LFS school, instead of writing in a header, if you write here same thing, LFS school, see what is the difference here? This whatever I have written here inside the page, okay, instead of header and footer I have written here, that will be limited to only this particular page. Here I am not getting here, right? But suppose whatever I have written in this header, okay, I will get for every page. See here, here also it has come, right? LFS school, that is the usage of header. Again footer also same thing, footer will get at the bottom of the page, that's why we will call this as a footer. Okay, see here we will get, suppose if we will give the page number here, if I will write 1, okay, it is placed here, you can change this to the right corner or left corner, wherever you want you can place, no problem. Clear now? See, if you go to the second page you will get the same number. Okay, then suppose if you want a page numbers only, then we have to go for a view, then you can go for toolbars, status bar is there in that, then insert, in insert header footer is there, you can change this format also. Okay, clear? Then what are the changes we can make here using these things? Insert, header footer is there, bookmark is there, that is if you want to write in a particular page and you make that as a bookmark, you can do that one also. Then indexes is there, script is there, envelope is there, frame, table, if you want to insert a table you can insert the table. Okay, see here page numbers is there, if you click on this page number you will get a page number. See here page numbers is displaying. This footer, this is the footer, footer what will do, whatever we have written that will be displayed on each bottom corner. Suppose if you want to page number, we can give the page numbers also using insert field page numbers. Okay, then format is there, that is a text format. If you want to change any format style, suppose I have selected this text, if I don't want in Times Roman, I can give whatever the style I want, it will change to that particular style of the text. If I want to change the size, we can give the font size. If I want to make it bold, you can give more bold, italic, or if you can underline. Okay, there is a superscript is there. Okay, superscript is what it will do. Okay, it will place the object, suppose I have written, I don't want, suppose if I written 2 2, it looks like 22, right? I don't want 22, it has to be like 2 square. If you write this one, if you click on this superscript, you will get now here this is the 2 square, right? So that is the use of this superscript. Okay, then you can place the paragraph. This is the left aligned, centered, you can make it as a right aligned or a complete paragraph style. Clear now? Now then insert, this is the format, whatever the different applications here, anchor, wrap, alignment, you will study in your next standard. These are the basics only, you try to understand. Bullet and numbering is there. Bullet and numbering, if I want to make whatever the style I want, I can select this, give OK. For this line you will get that particular format, or if you want to complete for each line you want bulleting and numbers, then you will get that bulleting and numbers. If you want to change this format, you can select that one. Okay, see, every time what I have to do, I have to go to particular menu and I have to select it from that particular point, right? Instead of that, there is a toolbar which is called as a standard toolbar. Here you will get all the options, right? See, save is there, open is there, these all comes under file. Okay, this is the new document, file is there, save is there, okay, edit is there, then page preview is there, okay, cut is there, copy, paste, okay, undo and redo options are there. Okay, these are the certain commonly used menus which are placed in a standard toolbar. Below the standard toolbar, formatting is there. Suppose every time if I want to make it bold, I have to go to edit file, there I have to go to bold. Instead of that, I can make a formatting here using a bold, italic. Okay, now it is bold. Okay, it is now when it is selected, it looks like this. Okay, icon is pressed, then if you press on italic, now italic is there. Underline, the complete for file, it is underlined. Okay, then it is a fill option is there, highlighting is there. Okay, if I want to highlight certain things, it has been highlighted. Okay, depending upon our requirement, we can do the modifications. That's we call it as a formatting. Clear, guys? Clear now? Okay, so I hope everything you have understood here. This is a scroll bar. Okay, I explained. First is the title bar, then is the menu bar, then is the standard toolbar, then formatting toolbar is there. Below it is a drawing toolbar. If you want to draw any object, okay, you can draw that particular object using this drawing toolbar. Okay, then cursor and mouse pointer, here I will explain that one. Here see, now I am getting a dot, right? If I select this one, this is the select option, it looks like this. Suppose if I want to select the text, okay, you will get this. Okay, I-beam. What are the different formats of the pointers? If I select the pen, it looks like this, right? Okay, if I want to select, depending upon our menu which we have selected, the pointer shape will be changed. Further, there is the different shapes are there. By looking at that, you can understand that here they have mentioned. See, this is the normal select button. Okay, the shape is like this. What is the use? It is used to point, click, press, select the most object we are using. The shape is like this. This is the link select, used to open particular hyperlink. If you go to any link, if a link is there, if you go there, it will change to this shape. Okay, you have observed this one, right? Then text select, if you use to select particular text area, then this symbol will comes. This is the precision select, used for a graphic and other two dimensional objects. Even this will be easily understand in your spreadsheet. Okay, I will explain in that one. Then suppose if you selected this file or whatever the object inserted, see, I will get this symbol, right? Okay, means we are moving this one. In which direction I want, I can move this one using this move button. This is the symbol. This is the vertical resize. If I select this one, this is the horizontal resize. See here, right? It will change like this. and if I want vertical recess, this is the vertical recess. See this one, the shape, what is a change, it is a rotating on particular point. We can rotate in any direction, okay, either clockwise or anti-clockwise we can rotate this one, okay. Then it is a busy pointer used to wait for a window to become responsive. When it comes like this na, like buffering what we call, we have to wait. It is sometimes it will show that it is not responding because of the overload or because of the software, okay, it is struck up, then we will get that symbol. Then working in a background pointer, if you will get these two symbols, it is used to click, press or select while task completes in a background. If it is in a background, it is, suppose we have closed but it is working something in background, that symbol we will get this one, okay. These are the different mouse pointers, okay. That's the cursor and mouse pointer shapes, okay. So this is the basic. In session 1 we have understood what are the components, okay. Then for creating, we are using what we are using, creating, we are using a file document. If you want to edit, we are using the edit. Each and every menu I explained here, okay. Clear? We will come to this one. So if you have any doubt in this particular, suppose you want to select this one, okay, or if you want to insert, or if you want to format, here also there is a different things are there. Table, if I want to insert any table, we can use insert and table. It asks for a number of rows and columns. It is default, there is a 2 is there. If you install this, you will get a 2 rows and 2 columns. Instead of going every time to the table, here they have mentioned, right, this is the table. If you select number of rows and columns, that's the boxes, it will display here, see, okay. This is 3 columns and 5 rows, right, okay. Here it is 2 by 2 is their default, okay. Here from standard toolbar you can select and insert the toolbar, okay. This is the cursor pointing here. If I want to write something here, name, here you want to place your phone number, okay, whatever you want, you can, the which format you can want, you can make that format using this table, okay. Then tools are there, that is the spelling and grammar. If I select this, see, if I select this one, whatever I have written here, it every time it is showing for every word. If it is not, it is not there in a grammatical way, it is showing it for a, it is suggesting for me to change this FUKYJ as a funky. So this is the grammatical word. Here it is asking ignore once. If you ignore once for this particular word, it is ignoring at this stage. Suppose in second line, third line the same word is there, again there it will ask to rename. Then if you ignore all, it will completely ignore all the document what you have written, it will be placed as it is, as you have written, there is not be any changes, okay. There is a add is there. This is the standard dictionary what is showing. If you want to add, suppose imagine this is FUKYJ you are using regularly, imagine, okay. Then that can be saved in a add, okay. That is we are adding it to dictionary. What dictionary this is? English USA dictionary, we can save there, clear. Then if you want to give the change, it will change this FUKYJ to FUKNY in particular this place. If you give only change, if you give change all, wherever we get this particular FUKYJ word, that will be changed as FUNKY, clear now, okay. Spell check. Then so okay, this much is over for enough for you, okay. Then see text, selecting the text, we can click on the text and we can drag using a mouse, or shortcut for this you can by pressing on particular place, by holding the shift button, if you press left arrow, it will going towards your left side, or if you press right arrow, it is moving rightward, okay, to select. If you move upward from the place where you have placed the cursor to upside, it will select, okay. If you press downward, it will select the downward direction. In order to select using arrow marks, that is the placed on this your keyboard, you have to press along with the shift key. Okay, that is the shortcut method. Then our particular word, if I want to select, you can double click on that, it will select that particular word. Okay, only I can specify this as a without fill. If I want to select, I have selected this one, I can give go to fill. If I will give no fill, okay, that whatever we have given the color, it has changed to no fill. That is the regular option. Okay. Then Control A we are using to select the complete document what we have written except header and footer. Okay, this is the only page, whatever the document we have written, that will be selected when you press Control and A. It is not selecting anything from a header and footer option. Okay, what we have written there, it will be like that only. Okay, then so the remaining things, while explaining the practical sessions, you will come to know in detail each and every application of the menu, there you will come to know. Okay, so this completes your first session. What we have studied in the first session, what exactly it is having, there is the components of OpenOffice Writer. Okay, introduction to the Apache OpenOffice Writer, in that we have studied components. Okay, in our next session we will go for a editing the document. Almost I explained this one. What I will do, I will share the, if you do not have the textbook, I will take a snapshot of your textbook and I will share to you. You study that one. Okay, you go through that one. If anything, if you didn't get, you just text to your ma'am and I will explain in that. Okay, in the next class I will make a video for that also. I will explain in detail particular that topic. Okay, I will wind up now. Thank you.